Welcome back to the Roadster Experience. One of the things that all of us are going to run into as we build a project is sometimes life is going to get in the way. And we're not going to have time to spend 3 or 4 hours in the garage working on the car. But you want to get something done every day if you can. So there's a few small tasks that you can do that take 10 or 15 minutes that help you get further down the road with your project. One of the first things I did on my chassis, which will probably be a little controversial, is this support is welded right here to support the top part of where the dashboard hooks on. Well, this support is not present in the Mark II or the Mark III, and if you're going to put a heater in, like I am, I learned at the school that it's very much in the way. So what they suggest, one of the first things you do is cut that sucker out of the way, which is what I did. So that's gone. We're going to sand it all down nice and cover it up with a good epoxy. So if you come home from work one day and you got 5 or 10 minutes before supper, you can pick yourself up a 3/4 inch drill and just come out here and give it a twist in each hole. And that'll remove the burrs. On the holes where the metal screws were that held the aluminum in, it takes a little more work to get those out because they tend to gob the metal up a little bit worse. The reason you want it nice and smooth is you want those panels to lay flat against the metal with that little bead of silicone in there to cut down on the chances for vibration. All right, another quick and easy thing you can do while your wife thinks you're out at the car getting the groceries is to install your transmission mount. Now, I know for a fact this will work with a small block Ford. I can't say for sure if you can install it before you put the engine in with a Coyote, but you can with a small block Ford, and that's what I have, so that's what we'll do. Pretty simple. Lay it in place. Half-inch bolts in the front. The Allen heads in the back. And I know you all know how wrenches and sockets work, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. You tighten that up, secure, and you're done. Why is this man sitting in front of a TV tray in his garage? It's a very good question. Another time saver is being able to bring things into the house, perhaps when certain people are asleep, and set them on the kitchen table or on a little TV tray like this so you can watch Thursday Night Football and get some work done. Shock is a good thing to do for that. So I'm going to show you a couple things on this shock real quick that we have to do before we put it on the car. All right, the shock basically comes like this out of the box. This little retaining ring goes right here. I've already gone and pulled that off. First thing you want to do is set the rebound dampening. The rebound dampening is supposed to be set the same on all the shocks when they come out of the box, but you don't know for sure. More importantly, I know my car is going to be ridden primarily on the street, so I'm going to set the rebound dampening to the softest possible setting, which is all the way counterclockwise, 4 clicks. I'm going to press this button and turn it 4 clicks counterclockwise or all the way till it stops. 2, 3, 4. And then once it stops, you'll notice that the button is depressed. You want to make sure you twist the shaft till that little button pops out. Otherwise, you're still in the setup mode and your shock won't do the voodoo that it's supposed to do. So once you're done, you put that cap back on and you come around to the rear of the shock. We're going to grab the adjuster piece here. Notice this little sleeve is going to be on the top. We're going to grab this little, call it plastic bushing. Put a little tiny bit of white lithium grease along the bottom of that. Don't need a whole lot. Then the spring will go on top of that. Then this whole assembly can easily just slide up on the shock. Okay. We should have enough room that we can go ahead and replace this little retaining ring now. And it just will slide up in place like that. As you can see, it's in the groove, ready to go. And that keeps that from falling down. So once you get that set, you can go ahead and loosen this up a little bit more. Give us some room to work. And then this little devil here just slides in place on top of the spring. And now you can use the little rubber stop there to push it up, hold it in place, and make it easy for you. And you take your little C-clip and you pop it in there. All right, double check that it's in the groove. Now you can go ahead and adjust this up a little so that the spring is captured. And just a little bit of tension is all you need. And there you go, the shock is complete. A couple things you do after you get it built. This little teeny tiny little set screw. What you want to do is just put it in finger tight for now. After you set your ride height, you'll put a little blue Loctite on there and tighten that up to hold this in position. Another thing you're going to want to do when you're done with everything is get your little rubber grommet out of the way. And if you see this little hole right here, you can run a zip tie through this hole and around the spring to grasp the spring and hold it in place. And there you are, a complete shock ready for installation.